In this video, we'll focus on data types in Python. Let's create a new file for this. I'll click File, New. It'll be Python file, 2.dataTypes. Hit Enter. Let's add this file to Git. I'll click Add. So understanding data types in Python. Data types are like different boxes for storing different kinds of things. In Python, everything you work with, numbers, words, and so on, has a data type. Python automatically figures out the data type based on what you're assigning to a variable. And here are common data types. First, there are numbers, integers and floats. Integers, or an abbreviation for it, is int. These are whole numbers like 3, 6, 9, and floats. These are numbers with decimals like 3.14, minus 0.12. These are floats. Another common type is text, of course. And by the way, float we add as float in Python. So text is expressed as string in Python. Let's put it in brackets and add string. So string is text, and strings are added in single or double quotes, like this is a string. And boolean. It represents true or false and is added to the code as bool. So boolean we add as true or false. Let's put comma here and add false. That'll be boolean data type. Let's take a look at some examples of data types. We could express, for instance, a variable age equals 27. So age is an integer. Let me correct this lines. We need at least two spaces here, and these spaces I'll delete. 2 spaces here, 2 spaces here. Let's change it for the uppercase S and this one for uppercase B. Another example, p number equals to 3.14. P is a float. We could also use a name variable. For instance, Helen. That'll be a string. Name is a string. And an abbreviation, str. And integer, int. Another example could be a variable is new equals true. That'll be a boolean. So is new is a boolean or bool. And let's correct this one. Name, we'll add a here. So these are 4 examples of data types in Python: integer, float, string, and boolean. So why do data types matter? First off, for the correct operations. Python needs to know the data type to perform the right actions. You can add numbers, but you can't add a number and a word. And memory usage. Different data types take up different amounts of space in the computer's memory. We can also check data types. And to check data type, we have a type function. For instance, we can print type age. That'll check age variable with type function. Let's take a look at it. Let's run this code with this run icon. And if you take a look at the last line, we'll see that class integer. So the class of age variable is integer. It's 27. I'll close this for now. Now let's add a very simple script using basic Python data types. I'll save this file and click this lines, click new, Python file, 3.basic Python data dataTypes example. Let's add this file to Git, and we'll be gathering personal information. Name variable, Helen, and as you can see, it underlines Helen with red, because if we hold cursor here, we'll read that create class Helen in quotes. We need to put it in quotes. Quote here and quote here. That'll be a screen. Age equals 27. That'll be an integer. 8 meters 1.60. That'll be a float. And is student false. That'll be a boolean. Now let's print out this information. First we'll add a command. Print out the info. Print name, and we'll place comma here and put in name variable here. Then we will print age. Let's make it with uppercase age, and by the way, place colon here and place colon here. So age, we'll use age variable. Let's check this out. What's wrong here? Missing white space after comma. Let's add it. Then we'll print, and by the way, let's be consistent and place age in single quote. Then we'll print height, colon, and we'll add 8 meters, print in single quotes. Are you a student, comma, is student. Let's save it. I'll hit Ctrl S and run this file. Hit this run command, and we'll get a printout with gathered information: name Helen, age 27, height, are you a student, false. So we've assigned string, integer, float, and boolean variables, and output all this information with print function, which displays the value of the variables along with descriptive text. And by the way, to run this script, first off, we need to save it as .py file with extension .py, which we've already done with PyCharm. When we've created a file, we've created it as a Python file, and PyCharm automatically added .py extension to it. And if we open a terminal, let's type terminal here, launch it, make it larger, go to C drive, Python Learned Lessons folder, data. Let's list the files here, and we'll change to one.dataTypes. List it again. Now we can run this Python code. We need to type Python command and then the file name. And as you can see, it can be run in the command prompt, and it will output the same information we've seen previously.